Let us bow down in devotion to the Pancha Parmeshti. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Namo, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Namo, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Namo, Namo Vajjayanam, Namo Namo, Namo Loe Sauva Sahunam, Eso Pancha Namokaro, Eso Pancha Namokaro, Sauva Pavapanasano, Mangalanancha Sauvesim, Padhamam Havai Mangalam, Mangalanancha Sauvesim, Padhamam Havai Mangalam. I bow down in devotion at the feet of Tirthankar Paramatma Prabhu Mahaveer. I bow down in devotion at the feet of most revered Pujya Gurudev Anand Rishiji Maharaj Sahib and of infinitely benevolent Upadhyay Bhagwan Pujya Praveen Rishiji Maharaj Sahib. Ichha karenam sandhisah bhagvam, Ichha karenam sandhisah bhagvam. My immense gratitude to the holy feet of Paramatma and Gurudev Upadhyay Praveen Rishiji Maharaj Sahib for showering his grace upon me to be an instrument in delivering the Uttaradhyayana Sutra in English. Aram afternoon everyone and happy Diwali all of you. As Sadhvi Arohi, welcome the devotees gathered here to listen to the sacred techniques of the 24th Tirthankar Paramatma Mahaveer and to participate in worshipping the Srimad Uttaradhyayana Sutra. This sutra holds great significance as it contains the last words of Paramatma Mahaveer before his salvation. I would be presenting the English version of Gurudev Rishi Praveen's discourse on the Srimad Uttaradhyayana Sutra. Today is the 18th day of our humble effort. We will try to understand and absorb the secrets of chapters 33 and 34 as decoded by Gurudev Sriji. Let's get ready for Samosharan meditation. Sit straight, close your eyes. Let us bow down at the feet of Tirthankar Paramatma Mahaveer in complete devotion. The feet that possesses the power to transform one's life. The feet that are auspicious for all. The feet, when kept, lotus flower blossoms. Dedicate yourself at such feet with an emotion to experience the divine Samosharan. Experience the divine form of Paramatma in your mind, in your body and soul. Vardhamanam saranam pavajjami, Vardhamanam saranam pavajami. Vardhamanam saranam pavajami. Shraddha mayo aham. My existence is devotion. My personality is of devotion. My every act, every experience is of faith and devotion. I am filled with devotion. In my faith is the divine samosharan of Paramatma. My conduct is full of devotion. Devotion is my nature. The Paramatma seated in the divine samosharan is seated in my inner heart. To experience the divine form of Paramatma, I, in my soul with faith and wisdom, I am knowing it and feeling it. I am able to connect and sense the auspicious vibrations of Paramatma, pure and pristine silver enclosure that helps me sense the pure and bright form of myself. All four directions, golden archways that guide me the path to Paramatma. The transparent crystal steps lead me to Him. Second enclosure of gold and gemstone archways helps me sense the bright and lustrous form of myself. Third enclosure made of gemstones that helps me feel the gem form of my faith, knowledge and conduct. My faith is a gem. My knowledge and my conduct are a gem. On the crystal throne of knowledge, faith and conduct is my highly revered Paramatma seated. East, west, north, south, Paramatma is seen. The divine form, divine aura, compassionate eyes, His ability to hear the voice unheard is the great Tirthankara form of Prabhu Mahaveer. Chamrendra and Balendra are fanning Paramatma with divine fans. Up in the sky are three divine umbrellas, representing the freedom from pain and suffering is the Ashoka tree. Turning all thorns in life to flowers is the divine showering of flowers by deities. Turning all inner disturbance to musical note is the musical song played by the celestial bodies. Ending all karma is the dharma chakra of Paramatma. Universally benevolent is the divine voice of Paramatma. opening the secrets of life, to spread the message of Paramatma in the world, are the messengers Gandhar Indrabhuti Gautam, Sudharma Swami, seated before Paramatma, Chandanwala and other monk community, Vaimanik deities, kings, queens, men, women, goddesses, and our other Bhavanpati and Jyotishi deities, resonating in the divine Samosharan is the exceptional sermon of Paramatma. To experience Paramatma, let us bow down and sing the devotional hymn sung by Sudharma Swami. Feel the presence of Paramatma within you and slowly open your eyes. For the rendition of Virstuti, hymn in appreciation of Paramatma, and the Prakrit verses of Uttaradhyayana Sutra, follow the link in the description box. Namo Suyadevayaye, Namo Suyadevayaye, Namo Suyadevayaye. Chapter 33, title Kammapaidi. Paramatma lays down the karma science in detail. Dharma and karma are two different things. Understanding dharma is easy, while understanding karma is more complex. Dharma is something we experience right away. We see its effects instantly. But karma is different. Sometimes the seed of karma may take 99,099,999 lifetimes to bear fruit, and other times it may yield results immediately. With karma, there is no guarantee that actions today will bring results within the year or even soon. Karma's effects can appear right away or take millions of years to ripen. Because of this delay, people often struggle to connect their actions to their outcomes, becoming caught in cycles of confusion and blaming others for the problems in their lives. People mistakenly blame others for their difficulties, thinking, I didn't cause this. It was Kaikai or Shakuni, or maybe it's the fault of Rahu, Ketu, or Shani, or even some issue in my house, Vastu. They get tangled up in the idea that planets are causing them distress. But Gurudev teaches that no planet causes disturbances. Planets simply move along their paths. They don't know who Praveen Rishi is, nor do they have intentions to disrupt or improve his life. Gurudev says that when we focus on these external factors, we forgot the real cause, our karma, created by our own deeds, likes and dislikes. Gurudev says, Paramatma has given such a detailed science of karma, which one might not find anywhere else. Karma is a universal science. Karma is a non-living thing, like a book. Just as the page does not decide what has to be written in the book, the writer does. Just as the book does not decide where to be placed, it is decided by the holder. So karma is like a book. Where to keep it, how to keep it, and what to write is decided by the person. One should know the technique to deal with it. Just like a sound system has its own technology, and if the person dealing with it knows it, they would be able to operate it well. We all have the karma system but are unaware of its technology, the dynamics of it, and hence not able to operate it optimally. One who knows it can bind such great karmas that will make them great and lead others to the path of greatness, like the Tirthankar. One who does not know the science of karma would trouble themselves and everyone else, like Ravan or any other terrorist does. No one wants to go to hell, but the system or program within a person can lead them there. Gurudev says, if you don't wish to go, then don't have such a system within you. For this, Gurudev says, it's important to understand the universal science of karma. The law of attraction, visualization, and manifestation are small concepts. If someone truly understands the law of karma, they will realize they cannot only attract but can also destroy, build, transform, and even influence the karma of others, as well as be influenced by it. Gurudev says, one's karma may not directly help another person, but it has the power to influence and change the karma of others. We can't give our karmas to anyone, but we can play the role of a changer in their karma. Just as a patient goes to a doctor, the doctor does not take the disease or give help directly, but treats the patient so the disease goes away. Gurudev explains that this important principle of Paramatma's karma has often been ignored. The idea that one can help change others' karmas. Paramatma says, we can't break someone else's karmas, but we can help them to break their own. We cannot directly give good karmas to anyone, but we can encourage them to bind good karmas themselves. Gurudev says, feel for a moment the environment that the Sangha has created today. With the support of everyone, we are all able to worship. They have not given us karmas, but the environment they created has helped us bind new karmas. Gurudev says that when someone helps others to create good karmas, their own virtuous punya karmas become infinite. In contrast, when someone causes others to create bad karmas, Their own sinful karmas multiply infinitely. Gurudev explains that Paramatma's science of karma is to break karmas and live with them. Human birth is blessed with the power to change karmas. Unlike births in hell, in heaven, or in the animal worlds, where one can only live with their karmas. He gives the example of Maina Sundari, who, understanding this science, frees her husband from leprosy. She cannot only heals him, but also frees 500 other leprosy patients from the disease. Example of Achira Devi, in whose womb is Tirthankar Paramatma Shantinath, goes on her terrace and sees the entire kingdom once, and the kingdom frees itself of the pandemic that it was suffering with. He asks, who says we cannot change other karmas? We may not be able to take someone's sadness directly, but we can free them from it. We may not give our happiness to someone else, but we can bring happiness to their lives. Gurudev explains that this is Paramatma's science, and we should dispel the myth that we can't do anything about others' bad karmas. It is a myth that everyone must bear their own karmas and that karmas are inescapable. Paramatma never lived with his karmas. He ended them forever. Only those who don't know understand this live with their karmas. Paramatma's science is to break karmas before they even affect us. Those who live with karmas bind new ones, while those who break them do not bind new karmas. At any given point, we bind at least 7 karmas, and at any given moment, all our 8 karmas experience fruition, uday, together. With only one karma, nothing happens. All 8 karmas need to be active for results to manifest. Only an omniscient being experiences the fruition of just 4 karmas at a time. But for the rest of us, the fruition of all 8 karmas occurs simultaneously. Not only is the fruition of all 8 karmas together, but the destruction, kshayopsham, of the 4 ghati karmas and the fruition of the 4 aghati karmas also occur together. Karmas don't merely come to fruition. They can be ended, means kshay, destroyed partially, kshayopsham, suppressed, upasham, or occur as parinamik bhav, natural disposition. One should understand the science of karma from all 5 these dimensions. Karma is like an atom. Just as materials like gold, silver, and water are made of molecules, karma too consists of different types of molecules. And when they combine, they form unique structures. This structure blocks the soul, power of knowledge and faith, causes deformities in emotions and actions, and creates barriers to our inner potential. How do we bind these karmas? All 8 karmas are active together. No single karma can be active and come to fruition alone. All 8 are needed simultaneously. Even if we desire happiness, it does not come from Vedaniya karma alone. All other 7 karmas are required. If one understands the universal science of karma beyond the boundaries of caste or religion, they can overcome any challenge in life. For example, to treat depression, focusing solely on emotions will not suffice. Paramatma teaches that we must address all 8 karmas, because if even one karma is not aligned, results won't manifest. Just as tea requires all its ingredients to taste like tea, so does the karma dish need all 8 ingredients. Those who understand this science and learn to manage all karmas will inevitably experience transformation in their lives. Gurudev urges, may this universal principle of Paramatma spread across the world as they are for all. Today, Gurudev has just given us a glimpse of karma science, but the depth of it is vast. You could also learn this art by joining the Secret of Karma program under Aram Vidya. Become the owner of karmas. Don't become a slave of it. Namo Suyadevayaye. Namo Suyadevayaye. Namo Suyadevayaye. I want to ask you, can a flower keep its fragrance to itself? No, right? A flower cannot give its form, shape, color or taste to someone, but it cannot stop its fragrance from spreading. Can there be a lamp that keeps its light to itself and does not let it shine outside? No, right? Is there any explosive that explodes and does not impact anyone? Just as the fragrance, the light, and the range of an explosive cannot be controlled or stopped, similarly, the karma atoms associated with our soul have a range and a Leysha that cannot be kept within by any of us, whether we want them to or not. They will go out. We can't stop them. Leysha is beyond aura. There are 6 types of Leysha. One Leysha gives only darkness to others, while other Leysha gives only happiness and peace to all. The other 4 are between these 2 extremes. First principle, how your life is, will determine the Leysha that will go out. The second principle is that I can't take someone else's karmas, whether they are virtuous or sinful. but I can take others' Leysha and choose not to take it. Leysha can be taken. One has the capability to do so. One can absorb good or bad Leysha. Leysha can come in, be absorbed, go out and be given. If one is not prepared to take it, it can be injected into someone else as well. For example, Paramatma Mahaveer, out of compassion, injects it into Chandakoshik. Gurudev says Leysha is beyond aura. Aura is just color. But Paramatma says Leysha has color, smell, taste and touch. One can change the touch and change the Leysha of a person. Similarly, one can change the taste, smell and vision, thereby altering the Leysha. Our Leysha determines our nature. Our Leysha determines how our sadhana will be. Our knowledge and faith do not determine how our spiritual practice will be. Leysha does. Leysha is beyond science. Leysha can be checked, stored and spread. Shakrendra Dev, the head of all deities, can sit at the highest part of heaven and without coming down, disturb the lower deities just by seeing them. The deities in the highest abode, Anuttar Viman, can think of the queries they wish to ask Tirthankar, and in no time they get solutions. All this happens with the power of their Leysha. All of these are the roles of mental atoms. Gurudev a few days back gave us the right way to sleep and right way to wake up. And the principle behind it was Leysha. Gurudev says the root cause of all life problems is Leysha. And the seed of all life solution is also Leysha. If a person has Krishna Leysha, which is the lower extreme of Leysha, no matter what solution is given to them, they will still move toward problems. On the other hand, if a person has Shukla Leysha, the purest form of Leysha, no matter how many problems they face, they will transform them into solutions. Your character is determined by your Leysha. You may have seen many people who earn money even during a stock market downturn, while others incur big losses even when stocks are rising. The answer lies in what Leysha they made the decision. Those in Tejo, Padma and Shukla Leysha, the three good ones, make decisions that never fail. Conversely, those who make decisions in Krishna, Nil and Kapot Leysha, the lower three, will surely lead themselves to a loss. Gurudev says, I don't know about Graha Nakshatra and Rahu Ketu, but I certainly know the Leysha science that Paramatma has given. Gurudev says, one who does not have Shukla Leysha, he can absorb it and can receive it. Example in Bhaktambar Stotra, what Acharya Mangtung does is connects to the Leysha of Tirthankar Rishabdev. What does Maina Sundari do? She connects to the Leysha of Panchaparameshti. Gurudev says, when we receive one Leysha, we close doors to others. At a given point, two Leyshas cannot be received or taken. The logical calculation Paramatma gives is if a Krishna Leysha person, lowest category 1, connects to someone with Shukla Leysha, his Leysha gets transformed to that of the highest one. The transformation is depend on which is more powerful. If the power of Krishna Leysha is powerful, then it can transform the positive Leysha of one to negative and vice versa. The Nirvan Kalyanak Mahotsav on 2nd November morning at 5:30 is an humble effort to connect and receive the Leysha of Paramatma. Gurudev urges everyone to join on 2nd November for the aradhana. Connect to Paramatma and transform your Leysha. What is the character of Leysha? One who for a temporary solution causes permanent loss to themselves and the world is a person of Krishna Leysha. For example, someone is hungry and cuts down a mango tree to eat mangoes. They temporarily satisfy their hunger, but they make a permanent loss to themselves and the world. People who destroy the trees of love and unity in families, societies, and communities for personal benefit, those who break families, nations, and communities for small personal gain are also people of Krishna Leysha. On other hand, people who seek solutions without hurting or disturbing anyone, causing no loss to themselves or others, embody Tejo, Padma and Shukla Leysha. A person of Tejo Leysha might shake a tree to get a mango, causing both ripe and unripe fruits to fall. While there is some vestige of unripe mangoes, but it is not a permanent loss. A Shukla Leysha person does not touch the tree at all. They simply eat the mangoes that have already fallen. One should introspect about how we find solutions to our problems. If our solutions disturb others, then our character reflects Krishna, Neel or Kapot Leysha. Observe how you come and sit, how you speak and how you act. These behaviors speak about your Leysha. For example, Draupadi spoke only one sentence, but her Leysha was Krishna Leysha. That one sentence destroyed the entire family and community. Gurudev says what you tell is important, but even more important is the Leysha in which you tell it. He explains that when Ganesh Guru and Anand Guru would recite the Mangal part, the words would be the same, but their Mangal part had a unique impact, unlike when we recite it. This is because their Leysha was Padma and Shukla Leysha. Leysha is crucial. Even a wrong act can be set right if the Leysha is good. But if the Leysha is bad, even a right act can be spoiled. Gurudev gives the example of watching TV. Which channel we want to watch is decided by the satellite or by us. The channel we connect to, the vibration and the frequency signal we send determine the channel we automatically connect to. Problem exists in everyone's life. But while finding solutions, Gurudev says to keep in mind that you should not create a permanent loss for a temporary solution. Don't be a person or a member who destroys the peace of the family or the entire Sangh for small benefits. Gurudev emphasizes that if you can bring everyone together, don't be someone who breaks them apart. Gurudev earlier shared a practical tip on how to chant Veer Stuti that practices was given to connect to the Leysha of Paramatma. He urges everyone to join in chanting Veer Stuti as it connects one to the highest, greatest energy source and the base Leysha of Tirthankar Paramatma. Showering these words on your family every day is one of the most auspicious things you can do for them. In all the Aram Vidya programs, from Arham Garbha Sadhana, Purushakar to Ashtamangal meditation, all use practical methods that unknowingly work on the Leysha of a person, helping them to direct their life in right directions despite the challenges that come. Today Gurudev gives two important practical tips to work on one's Leysha. Before sleep, Gurudev encourages everyone to chant Namodhunam and take a promise, limiting your boundaries to the 18 sins before going to sleep. Chant the Nidra Dosh part of Pratikaman before you sleep with understanding. Do Kayotsarga of 4 Logasa and then sleep. These practices will help you enter a good Leysha. And in the morning, when you wake up, chant the Naukar mantra followed by Arham Dhun and say these words: Logasa ujjoyagare dhamma tithayare jine arihante kittaisam tithayarame pasyantu siddha siddhim mamadisantu. I repeat. Logasa ujjoyagare dhamma tithayare jine arihante kittaisam tithayarame pasyantu siddha siddhim mamadisantu. This will help you receive the light of Tirthankar Paramatma and sense his blessings showering upon you. Paramatma tells us in this chapter that the Leysha in which we die is the one we take birth in. The Leysha we sleep in continues throughout the night, and we wake up in the same Leysha the next morning. Gurudev has blessed us with these two practical tips. Let us all practice them every day and encourage every family member, especially the children in our house, to do the same. Let us all make a humble effort to transform our Leysha before we sleep and when we get up, to make our lives beautiful. Gurudev says that no matter where your child is, teaching them these two techniques will set their lives on the right path. Here we completed the chapter Leysha. Please note that the 3-day aradhana that started today on the 36th chapter is extremely important, as it has the observation of our infinite births and freeing oneself from the past of it. A chapter chanting which Paramatma reached his final peak of eternal success. I request everyone to listen to this last 36th chapter's Prakrut wordings and join everyone you know in these humble efforts. Gurudev says that on 31st November, the entire family at 5:30 am should listen to the Samosharan and chant Veer Stuti together. Also, now after this session, from 3 pm to 4 pm, there will be the Anushthan of Indrabhuti Gautam and Sudharma Swami, along with Paramatma Mahaveer's devotional hymn for 3 days. Please do join and take benefits of this as well. With this, I conclude my session today, expressing immense gratitude at the feet of Paramatma and Gurudev, and last but not the least, all the listeners to patiently listen these sermons. Thank you. If I made any mistake, I ask for forgiveness. Thank you. Have a Arham day. Mangal Path.
Chattari Mangalam Arihanta Mangalam Siddha Mangalam Saho Mangalam Kevali Pannato Dhammo Mangalam Chattari Lagutamari Hanta Lagutamam Siddha Lagutamam Saho Lagutamam Kevali Pannato Dhammo Lagutamam Chattari Saranam Bhavanjhami Arihante Saranam Bhavanjhami Siddhe Saranam Bhavanjhami Savo Saranam Bhavanjhami Kevali Pannatam Dhammam Saranam Bhavanjhami Arihanto ka Sharanam Siddho ka Sharanam Sadho ka Sharanam Dayan Dharma ka Sharanam Char Mangal Charavaktam Char Sharana Dukha Harana Sukha Karana Arna Sharana Koi Jo Bhavibrani Kare Aradhan Akshay Amar Pada Hoy Vandhavanam Saranam